couple of things comes to mind. One is that my leap of faith came when I was doing the skydiving, when I was jumping off a plane. And even though I had prepared quite a bit for that, but in that moment, it like, why am I doing such a stupid thing? You know, jumping off a plane at I don't know, it was 10,000 feet or whatever, and it was, or probably, so not sorry, it was about 4,000 feet, I think. But it was, I took all my courage, uh, and I probably was sweating on my forehead, but then I jumped anyway, and that has been the most uh, empowering experience. Or once you jump off, then I think you are, those of you who have done skydiving, after jumping off, it's the real sense of freedom you feel.
Right.
And, the way air hits you from below, and then you kind of experience real floating feeling in the open sky. That was such a transformational moment in a way, because you are, every time you feel the fear and you go through it, you change. And the higher the amount of fear. And I think another occasion when one night when my first wife, she had leukemia, and we were sitting in the hospital in Pittsburgh, and she started losing a lot of blood. In fact, doctors were not prepared. She has her periods, and they were not prepared for that, and it wouldn't stop because her platelets were very low, and her blood would just she started bleeding, and it looked like she's not gonna sustain the night, and or not even a few hours. And then there was one guy whose blood type matched, and this gentleman, I never met him, but my heart goes out for him. He drove at night, midnight. He drove about 60 miles to donate blood, and then my wife was almost fainted. I mean, she was getting unconscious, very close to losing so much blood. And I held her hand, and I said, look, and I spoke to her. I said, honey, look, this man had come from 60 miles at night, midnight, just to give you blood. So please accept the blood. Because she was rejecting the other bloods they have there. It needed to be exact match. And then it almost felt like she heard me, and then she accepted that blood, and then she survived that night. And so, but I never forgot that night, and that fear I had. And then, so every time you go through a big amount of fear, it transforms you. And I think going through fear, you get faith. So
Yeah.
that's how I've learned a few things.